The former Garda Commissioner has warned of a palpable sense of menace among a small cohort of society. Noreen O'Sullivan made the comments at the launch of a report on the safety of politicians, which recommends increased cooperation between the Oireachtas and Gardaí on security arrangements.
As TDs and senators gathered for the launch of reports on the safety of politicians, news came through of the shooting of the Slovakian Prime Minister.
The backdrop to this report just shows you a dangerous development in the political world within Europe.
Last summer, these two reports were commissioned by the Oireachtas in response to growing concern over the safety of politicians. One was a survey of members, which found that of the 61 TDs and senators that responded to the study, almost all had experienced varying levels of abuse.
The reality is that does reflect the experience of politicians, male and female, a number of my own parliamentary party colleagues who have had to take cases in the courts, including myself, but not just me. A number of very high-profile incidents in terms of outside of people's homes or direct attacks on people. It certainly has become a part of Irish political life.
A cross-party task force report led by a former Garda Commissioner was also published today. Among its recommendations, closer cooperation between the Gardaí and the Oireachtas, optional social media monitoring for politicians, and the removal of the requirement for election candidates to publish their home address.
I certainly would share the concerns of a lot of citizens around the increase in the tempo, and I would call it that palpable sense of menace that is certainly increasing from a small cohort of people, and I think that's very important to say.
A senior implementation group is to be established within the Oireachtas, but many politicians warn that wider change will be required across society to address growing safety concerns. Tommy Mescal, RTE News, Leinster House.